So this is our new logo. It says there life and non-life. Okay, I'll explain more about this in a while. But still, it's still the best way to show your love. Okay, so recently, or actually this year, Manila bankers got the CA or the Certificate of Authority from the Insurance Commission to sell non-life in addition to life insurance. So that means we have a composite license because we can sell both lines. Now, we are one of the few companies who can sell both, or one of the few who has a composite license. Now, you're asking, okay, so we have this new non-life license. So what's in it for me? What's the advantage? What's the benefit? So with this setup, we have, you're talking to only one provider for both life and non-life. Okay. So what does this mean? This means that it's more convenient. You don't have to ship from one company to another company if you're selling life and non-life. And then since you're only talking to one company, it's easier and it's faster. And then as an IMG member, you get a lower premium, okay, compared to a non-IMG member. And then even though you have a lower premium, you still get your referral fee or compensation. Now, these are the products we are offering at the moment. We have fire insurance, residential and other kinds of properties. We have motor car insurance, which is what I'm going to discuss today. We have travel insurance also. Many of you are traveling back and forth to the Philippines, so you can always get travel insurance every time you leave the Philippines. And then we also have the CTPL. And we are working on more products. So just stay tuned, and we will also announce what these products are once they are already approved to sell. Now, using this vault is quite very convenient, and it's flexible, and it gives you the power to give different variations of the quotation for the motor vehicle, depending on what the client wants, what the client can afford, and also depending on what the competitor is giving, what rate the competitor is giving. So with a vault, you can do variations in your quotations to match all of this. You don't have to go back to head office or underwriting every time you change. Starbucks coffee. I'm not sure if we have this in the Philippines, but abroad, you can actually ask them to make a customized coffee. So in the same way, with the vault, you have this opportunity or the power to customize the quote to suit your client. Okay, now you have 7 payment modes to choose from. So they can choose from the bank deposit. There are 3 banks there, BPI, BDO, and Union Bank. They can do, they can pay through the cashier if they're nearby. They can pay through Palangan Express. They can pay through BDO bills payment. I mean, BDO is one of the biggest, or has the most number of ATMs or branches nationwide. So you can also do BDO bills payment. And of course, NuraCash, it's the best payment options, because once you pay using NuraCash, immediately your payment is posted to the system. And you can also pay via credit card or banknet. Okay, so your clients has many options to choose from. So if they say, I don't have cash right now, you can say, it's okay, sir. We have BPI, BDO. You can just do a bank deposit, or you can do a bank transfer, or you can do a bank remittance. Pag sinabi na wala kasi akong BPI or BDO, it's okay. You can pay through Palangan Express. You can pay through your credit card. Okay, so there. So we take pride in the fact that if you use the vault, you will get your policy fast. No need to wait for a week or several days to get the process completed. Right. Now, if the coverage of your competitor or even your own insurance is still with other companies, we can issue an advance policy. So 3 months ahead, pa-issue na natin yung policy, hindi niya pa kailangan bayaran. Pero pag malapit na sa expiry, you have to remind them, and then at the same time, they have to pay before the current policy expires para tuloy-tuloy ang coverage niya, walang gap. So in a way, we are an alarm clock. So we will send them regularly a series of emails to remind them to renew their policy with us. Okay. Later on, I will show you ano yung mga promos natin to encourage the clients and even you to shift to Manila bankers. Okay. This one I will discuss in greater detail later. But just to say briefly that every time you switch your motor insurance from one company to Manila Bankers, you get a free 500,000 auto personal accident immediately. Okay, so as a member of IMG, you have the edge. Now, let's look at the ball. Okay, guys. You can take a screenshot of this. You can either enter the ball using the QR code or you can just copy and paste the link to go into the vault. Okay, okay na po ba? Hindi ko makita yung chat. Let me see. I'll give you 10 seconds to do this. All right. There. So ito na po yung vault. I hope you can, sabayan niyo ako. Pwede niyo akong sabayan, no? Hindi naman natin tutuloy ito hanggang payment kung hindi pa kayo ready magbayad or talagang hindi pa naman talaga dapat pa-insure kasi hindi pa mag-expire. But this is how it looks like when you click on that QR code. So you have the options of car insurance, motorcycle, travel, ECTPL, and property insurance. So Manila Bankers is covering car, travel, ECTPL, and car insurance. But we include motorcycle kasi we can still get that from other providers. Okay, so here we are. Motor vehicle ang ating focus today. So I'll show you how you can issue motor car insurance. So there we are. Agi-click nyo itong car insurance. So drive your car without worries. So here, you have to put in these details. The year model of the car. Nakikita nyo ito sa ORCR or baka familiar naman kayo dun sa sasakyan, alam niyo yung year model niya. And then the brand, lahat ng possible brands nilagay na namin dyan. So click lang, hanap kayo and click. And then anong model? Again, hindi na kayo mag-iisip o manghuhula. Nandun na po, nakalista na lahat. Tanungin nyo na lang yung insured nyo, yung may-ari ng sasakyan, alin ba dito? Is it automatic, manual? Is it G? Is it X? Or whatever? Is it gas? Or is it diesel? And so on and so forth. Nandyan po yung lahat. Ayan sa type. And then you click on next. Tapos, before I go there, meron dito nakalagay, can't find your car, click here. Kasi minsan, wala talaga dyan sa listahan. No? It's not a private car. It may be a different kind of vehicle. So you will click on the can't find your car, click here. That will bring you to an email template. Just fill in the information and send it to underwriting. Okay, so move on na tayo. Tatanong ng Bolt, is your vehicle currently insured? So it's either yes or no. Whatever your answer, proceed with next. And then what do you use the car for? Private use, personal use, meaning you just use it for traveling to school, to the office, leisure purpose. However, if you use it for business, let's say nagsasakay siya ng pasahero or nagde-deliver ng goods, then you have to click commercial. Ang nandito sa loob ng Bolt na automated, meaning kayo pwede mag-issue lahat, is private. No? Yung commercial goes to underwriting for quotation and screening. So ito yung sa commercial, lalabas ng email na to, and then you have to put in the details. Okay, so it goes to sales@boltassurance.com. So given the info, and then they will reply to you. So wala nang effort masyado. And then tanong is your car financed? No, is it mortgage with a bank or a financial institution? So it's either a no or a yes. If you say yes, so click on next. Ayan, so meron din tayong drop down dito. Pili na lang kayo kung anong bangko, kung saang bangko naka-finance yung sasakyan. Pag wala po dito, send an email. I'll show you kung saang email later isa-send nyo. But dito, let's say Union Bank, Sterling Bank, Security Bank, and so on and so forth. Yung malalaking bangko nandito na po, nakalagay na dito. So tinatanggap nila ang ating policy. Do you need to add CTPL? Always click no, because CTPL is issued in another way. And then, do you need to add acts of nature? Lahat po ng policy natin, merong acts of nature. Yung private use motor vehicle insurance, it has acts of nature. So you just click on yes and then move on to next. We're, by the way, improving the system. So baka mag-iba yung mga botones, no? Pero it's basically the same. So ito namang here are my details. Ito yung details ng insured. So first name niya, last name niya, email address niya, kung saan ipapadala yung mga reminders, yung mga quotation, yung advice kung kailangan ma-incompleto yung application or bayad na ba or na-issue na ba yung policy. That's where it's going to go, to this email address. And then mobile number of your insured. And then you click on submit. So when you do that, kasi binigay na natin yung details ng sasakyan, no? So this is what's going to show on the screen. So you have, sabi ng ating Bolt, ang price itong Fortuner na 2022 with this specs is 1.7 million and 20,000. So ayan, pwede po natin itong baguhin. I'll show you later. And then ito meron siyang bodily injury na 50,000, property damage na 50,000. Later on I'll discuss ano ba yung BI, ano ba yung PD. Tapos wala siyang CTPL. Acts of nature included na po yan, plus itong ating auto PA na 350,000. Kasi this is a 7-seater. So at 50,000 each seat, the total auto PA is 350,000. So the premium that will show, itong 35,000 is inclusive of taxes. So you click on order now or you click on edit my details. Edit my details kung meron kayong gusto i-review or palitan. I'll show you, ha? So here, pag kinlik niyo yung edit my details, this is what's going to be seen. Do you need to add CTPL? Click no. Do you need to add acts of nature? Click yes. And then itong BIPD, pwede po itong i-increase. No? You can increase this depending on what your client wants or is comfortable with. Tapos ito yung value ng sasakyan, 1.7. Ngayon kasi minsan, yung client na meron siya existing policy, the value is different from the 1.7. So you can match actually, pwede nyo yung burahin lahat and then type nyo na lang kasi sabi na hindi, 1.5 lang yun eh. So type nyo po dito sa fair market value, 1,500,000. Okay? Kung sabi naman niya, uy, hindi lang 1.7 sasakyan ko, 1.8 na yun, 1.9. Pwede rin kong palitan, no? Up to a certain range. So that's how customizable this is. And then pag okay na yan, you click submit. Ayan po. Ang makikita natin next sa screen natin, no? You have here 2 sets of premiums. Ito pong auto PA may premium po yan, no? Meron lang counting adjustment, 100 pesos. Pero this is the 2 sets of premium. You have the regular premium for the non-IMG member of 35,776. And for the member is 31,486. So there's a difference of more than 4,000. O diba ang laki? Ang laki ng savings kung ikaw ay IMG member, you immediately save 4,000 plus for this one policy alone. So you can use this to convince, let's say, a friend or a relative to enroll as an IMG member. Now, so ang next po na step is of course, kung okay na yung presyo, no? Tuloy niyo na po sa application form. So there are 2 ways of filling that up. Either you click this or you click this. And this is how it looks like. So yan, pilapan niyo po lahat ng required info, even the non-required. Malalaman niyo na nagkulang kasi mag-ano yan, magpa-prompt yan na please fill in this blank. Ayan. Pagtapos na lahat, medyo mahaba po yung application pero madali naman pong i-fill up kasi yung information is readily available. Pagtapos na lahat yan, we will need the signature of the applicant. It's an e-signature. So, there. Tapos, upload these documents. Ito po yung required natin na documents para mag-proceed yung policy. So, first of all, driver's license na valid. and then copy of the ORCR, and then pictures of the vehicle. No, 4 na pictures po yan, front, back, right, and left. Because we want to see what is the condition of the car before they insured it with us. Kasi kung may tama na po yan, o may bangga, syempre, hindi na natin i-cover yan. Pwede natin insure, pero hindi kasama yung particular damage na yun. Alright, pag okay na yan, kompleto na, you click submit form. Here. Okay, so tapos na ang application. Then we choose now the delivery method and the payment. Okay, let's see. Delivery method. So you have a choice of download and print it. Sa email kasi lalabas new policy, so you can download and print. You can pick it up at the IMG office or you can have it shipped to your bank address. So you just click there, update shipping. Okay, tapos pag ito yung pinili nyo, meron kasing option sa delivery na OPMS. Okay lang po yan. Just click that particular button. Ito po kasi mga policies na to, papasok doon sa OPMS na client. Lahat po ng policy niya sa Manila Bankers, makikita niya doon. So that's a very good system for monitoring and also being reminded to renew the insurance. So, ayan, meron tayong voucher code. I mentioned this earlier. You will use this to lower your price, no? And this applies to properties that you own. So let's say kotse mo, okay, ayan ang quotation. Para makuha mo yung 31,486, hindi naman automatic na magdi-discount yan. You have to put the voucher code and apply voucher. So, ito demo lang yan, don't use it. So here, ayan, bumaba na siya, no? Naging 31,000 na lang siya. So yun ang isa sa benefit mo as an IMG member. You get a lower price on the insurance offered by Manila Bankers. O, di ba? Ang ganda. Okay. So after the voucher code, bumaba na yung presyo. Pili ka na ngayon ng, sorry, ito pala yung screen that shows the voucher discount. Kung hindi nyo alam kung saan kukunin, saan pa yung voucher na yun? Punta ka dito sa IMG portal mo, tapos ito siya, oh, sa baba, voucher, discount. Okay. Pag hindi pa rin, okay, kontakin po natin si Nick. Hopefully, makita nyo kaagad. Pero just in case, ayan po yung email at telephone ni Nick Marquez. Alright. I don't know if you want to do a screenshot, but I also have a list of all the non-life people that you can contact later. Okay. So, ito na po yung 7 payment options. Pili na lang po siya kung alin dyan. Just click this little button here. Okay, and then click pay now. So, ayan po yung lalabas. So, first name, you have to type this in or the client has to type this in. Yeah, all of that. The next step, ito pala, lalabas dito kung anong payment method click niya, cashier ba o bank or whatever. So, in this example, we use the cashier, no? So, nagbayad siya sa IMG Makati. Pwede ka rin magbayad sa bangko. Dito naman, pag bangko, ito naman ang lalabas. Yan, mga different banks. Ito, we chose BPI. Although pareho lang naman ang process for BPI and BDO. So, ayan yung detalye. And then, click here to send us the proof of payment for verification. So, pwedeng deposit slip, or yung sa Palawan, or bangko pala to, no? So yung deposit slip basically. Ito yung mas mataas, no? Without the voucher code, so 35,000. Ito naman yung mas mababa, 31,000. Ganun din po, process, no? So upload, and then pag click yung upload, ito po yung lalabas. Confirm your deposit. So bank name, account deposited, account number deposited. Automatic po yan. Hindi nyo na po kailangang problemahin kung ano yan. Pero itong select file, this is something that you or the client has to do. Scan or take a picture of the deposit slip and click upload. And then submit. Ayan po yung itsura ng deposit slip. Naka-highlight na rin itong ano ba yung deposit code, ano ba yung date and time. Okay. Guys, ito naka-automatic to doon na pag sa vault mismo. Nakapaskill talaga siya dyan for your reference. May sample para mag-guide ka. Kasi malilito kayo, ano ba yung deposit slip? Ano ba yun? Ayun na nga, nandun po, naka-highlight. Okay, so There, moving on. Ayan, you will receive this notification on your screen. Your payment is under verification. It will take a few banking days to confirm your payment. Ano po yan? At most 3 days. 1 to 3 days. We will email you once the verification is done. May lalabas sa email niya na your payment has been completed. So tuloy po siya dun sa susunod na step. Actually, after the payment, the policy goes to underwriting for approval. Screen lang po nila kung tama ba yung information, wala bang mga inconsistencies, and then pag okay na po, the client will receive this via email. So, nakalagay dyan, application status approved, policy issued, view policy, click on that and the policy will appear. I just use your approve. Ang lumalabas po dito yung name ng client. No? I just do sample test. Ayan po, itsura ng policy natin. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this. So this one is ating policy number, date issued from 12 noon to 12 noon. Take note po, 12 noon. Hindi po nakalagay ito 8:17, nag-expire na 8:17, hindi po yan midnight ng 8:17. It's actually 12 noon of 8:17. So pag alauna na, yan na-renew, wala na siyang coverage. So kailangan bantayan niyo po na ma-renew niya a day before the expiry, at least. So ito yung coverages niya. Okay. Nakalagay dyan, acts of nature included, auto pay included. There. Okay, ngayon, I mentioned earlier there's an OPMS, no? Each client will have this. Pero they have to register and then the policy. All the policies will show here, my policy. Pwede rin siya mag-file ng claim using the OPMS. Okay, tapos meron din contact details dyan. Kung meron siyang problema while on the road, pwede siya makakuha ng roadside help. And then, ito po these are the different features. I'll use this bigger screen. Yan. So, pwede siyang roadside assist. Pwede rin siya magbayad. Pag may claim, ayan, file a claim. Get a new quote. For example, meron siyang bago property. Pwede siyang kumuha ng quotation using this. Or pwede niya rin kontakin yung IMG member na nag-ayos ng policy niya. Or kung kayo po yun, you can just get a new quote or use your vault. Okay, very convenient, very helpful. Okay. So to get your OPMS, i-access niyo po yung, again, the IMG portal. Okay, there. Ito po yung contact persons. You can take a screenshot of this for your reference. So, I'll give you 10 seconds to copy or take a screenshot. Ay, sorry po. Wait. Ayan, I hope you can see my screen that says Motorcar Insurance. So ito po yung iba't ibang klaseng vehicles na makikita niyo sa kalye. But we will not insure all of this. I'll just show you what we will insure. Ayan, I think this is EDSA. So ano po ba yung Motorcar Insurance? It's an insurance against loss na wala na ating client or insured. Damage, nasira, nabangga, or na hindi naman total loss, no? Kasi sa loss yun eh. Nagkaroon ng damage sa sasakyan. And it also includes insurance against liability, which may result due to an accident arising from the ownership, operation, use, and maintenance of the motor vehicles. Yung liability po is yung kanyang nagkaroon siya ng responsibilidad or accountability or obligasyon kasi yung sasakyan niya either nabangga ang ibang property like another car or may nasagasaan. So yun po ang motor car insurance. It will protect him from those kinds of unfortunate events. So ang owner ng vehicle is whoever his name appears on the ORCR. Kung sino yung nakaregister sa LTO, that is our owner. Now, may times na binibenta niya na yung sasakyan or nabenta niya na, so nagbago na yung owner. Pag ganun po, they have to upload dun sa vault the deed of sale to prove na nag-change na yung ownership And we also need a deed of sale kasi pag may claim, kasi may bangga, yung cost ng repair or yung claim settlement, dun po iba lalagay sa owner, registered owner based on the ORCR or based on the deed of sale. Ayan. So for this, the purpose of this presentation, I'll be talking about private vehicles. Ito yung ginagamit for social, domestic, pleasure purposes. Yun lang yun nga, what I said earlier, going to and from the office, to the school, for driving around, mag-outing, or hindi siya pang negosyo. Okay? Again, ito, 10 years old lang ang pwede. Initially, based on the bulk, no? So, kung later or older yung vehicle, pwede pa rin naman po, pero ipapa-approve natin sa underwriting. So, you go to the cannot find my car, yung button na yun I mentioned earlier. So, for those living in Metro Manila, this is just to show you kung anong klaseng sasakyan at ilan ang nagta-travel sa EDSA last year. So you can see here na it's mostly cars, private cars po. 221,000 or 53% of all the vehicles traveling along EDSA are cars. So that means po malaki ang market natin to sell our insurance. Yung iba, ito na, UJs, UV Express, taxis, public utility buses, trucks, trailers, motorcycles. So ito po yung target natin, cars. Cars po, kasama dyan yung mga SUVs, no, na private use. Ito, limitations as to use. Yung private car vehicle natin, hindi pwedeng ginagamit for this hauling, carrying of logs, lumber. Hindi pwedeng lagyan na mabibigat na itong mga items na to. Hindi pwede for racing, hindi pwedeng ginagamit at pampasada. And then yung motor trade po, used for any purpose in connection with the motor trade. Motor trade kasi ito yung mga sasakyan na ibebenta. So ilo-load yan sa, basta yung nasa dealership tsaka yung pag-transport from the factory to the dealer, yan po yung motor trade, which you don't need to concern yourself with. So hindi ko na po lalaliman ng discussion at magkakaroon lang kayo ng maraming information. Hindi yan naman kailangan for now. Alright, so we have two kinds of insurance. We have the CTPL, or the compulsory third-party liability insurance. And then, ang coverage po nito is just medical expenses for the bodily injury ng mga nasagasan or napangga. And then, in case namatay po, yun din, i-cover din ng CTPL. And this is a limited amount. And the accident usually results from the fault or negligence of the assured or the owner of the vehicle or anybody that he authorized to drive the car. He required by law po yan, no? The first CTPL is good for 3 years and the next CTPL is good for 1 year. Okay, may section 1. You will see section 1, section 2, section 3. Yung section 1 po, yun yung CTPL natin. Tsaka section 2 CTPL, then meron lang counting pagkakaiba. So section 1 is 100,000, no, per event, regardless of the number of people claiming. So ang coverage nito is bodily injury and death to any third party. So third party po is, I'll define later what the third party is. Pero hindi kasama dito ang moral, exemplary, and incidental damages, loss of income. So kasi yung iba pwede sabihin na aksidente, binangga mo ako and therefore hindi ako nakapagtrabaho, bayaran mo yung income ko na nawala. Hindi po kasama sa CTPL yan. Alright, so 100,000 na limit. Now let's go to section 2. Ito naman po yung tinatawag na fault. This is 15,000 for actual cost, whichever is lower. Again, same coverage, BI, bodily injury and or death to any third party. And maliit po ito kasi at that point na gagamitin nyo itong na to, you don't have to prove that the insured was at fault or was negligent. Parang ano po to, emergency, no? Kailangan na dalhin sa ospital. So, you have 15,000, up to 15,000 to use. Pero kasama po ito dun sa 100,000. May babawas po yan. Okay, and then, pag yung ating third party na nasagasan or nabundol, pwede pa rin siyang mag-claim later. Kasi 15,000 lang naman ito. So, pwede niyang up to 100,000. Meron po yung schedule, hindi isang bagsak. Kailangan magpa-hospital, 100,000. Hindi po ganun yun. Meron siyang mga limits. Depende kung ano yun. Kung, let's say, medyo detalyado na po yan. I will not go into that further. Kasi at this point in time, he might not need to know it, but we have a policy, it will show in the policy. So, proof of loss po, yung sa no-fault indemnity, police report, medical report, death certificate. Initially, ito po yung kailangan. Now, let's move on to Section 3. This is loss or damage to the insured vehicle. Ano yung acceptable reasons bakit na-damage? One is accidental collision, nagkabanggaan, or overturning, tumuob yung sasakyan, no? Pwedeng po to, aksidente talaga, may nakabangga siya, or may bumangga sa kanya, or because nagkaroon ng mechanical breakdown, or medyo hindi maganda yung maintenance, nabangga siya. Covered po yung repair ng sasakyan under this section. So pwede rin pong fire, nasunog yung sasakyan. Let's say nasa loob ng garahe, nasunog yung bahay, sumama yung sasakyan, nasunog na rin. Covered po yun. Meron din pong cases na nag-self-ignite yung kotse, yung vehicle. I don't know if you've heard of the case of one of the Revillas, no, nagda-drive siya sa EDSA, tapos bigla na lang nag-apoy yung sasakyan niya. Yun po ang example ng self-ignition. Covered din dito ang carnap. Okay. Covered din yung damages due to attempt to steal items inside the car. Let's say, binasag din sa lamin, kasi kukunin yung bag. May nakita siyang, yung ating magnanakaw, nakita may bag sa loob. Baka may lamang pera to, so basagin niya or sirain na yung window to get the item. Yung damages to the car is covered. Or are covered. Okay. Pero excluding po dito yung laman ng sasakyan, ha? Kung may nawala doon, iwan yung cellphone niya, yung laptop niya, or what, tapos ninakaw, hindi po natin babayaran yung nawalang laptop, nawalang cellphone, or kung ano mang object yun na hindi naman part ng kotse. Okay. And then, hindi rin po kasama yung ang nagnakaw is an employee, or kung kanino man, let's say driver, hindi po kasama yun, no? Kasi parang inside shop yun. Malicious act, eto, yung, they call it, ni-scratch yung vehicle, yan po, pwede pong i-claim yan sa insurance, yung repainting. And then, while in transit naman, ito po yung kotse, nililipat siya from one place to another, but he's not running under its own power. Let's say, nakaload po sa Roro. Last training, may tanong about the Roro. So, let's say, pupunta ka from Manila to Cebu. Sasakay mo sa Roro yung sasakyan. Tapos, yung Roro is like a boat, no? So, biyahe siyang ganun. Kung sakali pong lumubog yung barko at sumama yung kotse, hindi po kasama yun. Hindi covered kasi dagat po yung kinocross niya. Pero kung inland waterway lang, let's say river, pwede. Okay? So, in this case, while in transit, hindi siya moving on its own power. Or niloload and load siya, tapos nagkaroon siya ng damage. Covered po yan. Now, how do we pay the loss or damage? So, ayan, maraming, actually, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. We can pay in cash. Bayaran na lang siya, bahala na siya magpa-repair. And then we can do the repairs, our accredited repair shop. Actually, hindi Manila Bank siyang gagawa nun. Yun po ating accredited repair shops. We have accredited repair shops nationwide. Okay. It's still growing. The list is growing. We're adding into it. But if you know anyone or any repair shop na okay naman siya, isubmit niyo po, sabihin niyo po sa claims natin. Sensya na. Hindi ko alam i-off the phone. I-ano niyo po siya, yung contact details ng repair shop, i-refer niyo po sa claims natin. They will explore if we can do a tie-up. No? And then moving on, so we can pay in cash, we can repair, we can reinstate, ibalik sa dati, yung condition ng sasakyan, or we can replace the vehicle or the parts that were destroyed. Ayan po. Okay, ngayon, pag magbabayad na po tayo, we have to consider the depreciation. Okay, the insured has to know this also. Kung bago ang sasakyan, ayan, meron tayong zero depreciation, so wala tayong ipabawas. Let's say yung ilaw, brand new lights is 10,000, set of lights. So, pag yun ang nabasag, papalitan natin yung pair and then wala tayong ibabawas sa depreciation kasi we will consider it as new. Pero if the vehicle is more than 3 years and older, meron pong corresponding share, no? 3 years up to 4 years, 20%. 4 years up to 5 years, 25%. 5 years to 6 years, 30%. And so on and so forth hanggang umabot sa 40%. So yung 10,000 na sinasabi kong light example, let's say the car is 6 years old. So we will only pay 70% of the 10,000, which is 7,000. Yung 3,000 po, share yun ng assured, meaning siya ang mag-shoulder na. So the older the car, the greater the share of the insured dun sa gastos kasi merong i-apply na depreciation. Okay. And then, pag total loss naman, hindi po tayo mag-apply ng depreciation. We will use the fair market value or the amount on the policy. No? Depende po. Now, yun nga, theft, ito na-mention ko na po ito kanina. So, this guy is attempting to break in. So, syempre, pag ginanyan mo sa sasakyan, masisira yan. So, pwede i-claim yung damages na yan. Now, ano yung hindi babayaran under Section 3? Deductible. Deductible natin is 0.5% or minimum of 2,000. Pag mga SUV po, ang deductible natin is 1%, minimum of 3,000. So yun, share yun ng assured. This is in addition to the depreciation. And then hindi rin covered po yung consequential loss. Yun nga, depreciation nga, I spoke about this. Wear and tear, napudpud na yung gulong, papalitan, hindi po yung kasama sa insurance. Mechanical breakdown, electrical breakdown, hindi po yung kasama. Damage to tires, ito yung minsan kasi yung may nasagasaan kang or yung assured natin na something sharp, tapos sumabog yung tire. Hindi po yung kasama unless yung mismong vehicle is also damaged, no? Let's say yung rumampa yung sasakyan, no? Tapos tumama yung vehicle to a wall. At the same time, nasira yung tire. So covered po yung tires in that case since the vehicle is also damaged. And then malicious damage caused by the mismong insured natin, member of his family, or an employee of the insured. Yan ang hindi covered. Now, sino ba yung driver? Authorized driver. Yung mismong insured, anybody na inutusan niyang gamitin yung sasakyan niya, or any person permitted under the licensing law or any court of law. Excluded po dito yung mga yung di magandang pakinggan, criminal or meron siyang kaso, nakakulong siya, nakakawala siya, gumamit ng sasakyan. Hindi po siya authorized driver. Pati po yung mga lasing, nagda-drive under the influence, hindi po siya authorized driver. Now, passenger, kung sino man yan nasa loob ng sasakyan, no? Whether or not nagbabayad siya ng pamasahe. Ay, sorry po, hindi siya nagbabayad ng pamasahe. For the private use, hindi siya nagbabayad ng pamasahe. Now, third party, ito, ano ba itong third party na ito? Lagi na lang may third party. Nag-google ako ng third party. Ang mga pictures po, alam niyo na yung third party na ibang klase. But for the purpose of the motor car insurance, ito, meron ditong parang diagram. No? The first party is the insured. Second party is the insurer, which is us. And the third party is yung nabangga niya. So, ang third party is not the driver, of course. Not a member of the insured's household. Ibig sabihin po niya, kung ang nasagasaan yung house help, binubuksan niya yung gate, siya yung nasagasaan, hindi po mag-a-apply yung third party coverage. And then member of the family up to the second degree of affinity and consanguinity. Hindi rin po siya covered. So if there's a family, let's say a convoy of vehicles, magkakamag-anak sila. Magpupunta sila sa Baguio kasi meron silang reunion or outing. Ngayon, sila mismo nagkabanggaan. No? Kasi magkapatid, hindi po mag-a-apply ang ating third-party insurance. And then employer rin po ang na injure or namatay, hindi rin po covered under the third-party insurance. Okay. So that's section 4 na po tayo, no? Ito naman yung voluntary third-party liability insurance. So it's called also excess liability insurance. So dalawang components po to, yung isa property damage, yung isa is bodily injury. So tingnan muna natin itong property damage. Ito naman ang nabangga ng ating insured vehicle is another vehicle. Yan. So we will pay for the repair of this third-party vehicle. Pwede rin ang nabangga niya is a wall. Iba-iba nag-out of control. Tinatamaan yung si tindahan or kung ano man yung nasa kalye na property. Kasama po yan sa property damage. And then we have itong excess bodily injury coverage. Kasi remember, 100,000 lang yung CTPL natin, di ba? Paano kung maraming nasagasaan or yung nabundol needed to be hospitalized na ICU or kailangan ng opera surgery. Ito po yung sasagot doon sa expenses. So this is an excess layer to the CTPL. And then, of course, yung mga nakalagay sa or those people riding in the vehicle are also covered for death and medical expenses and even disability. Again, I'd like to say that we offer for free the first 5 seats or 5 seats are covered under this promo. Anything in excess, meron pong bayad na. So we offer free towing nationwide. We also offer battery replacement. We will refer you to Motolite in case nag-stall yung vehicle because of the battery. And again, I would like to repeat, we have the acts of nature cover. So this is against typhoon, flood, earthquake, and volcanic eruption. Let's say yung vehicle mo, pinark mo doon sa garahe mo, bumagyo ng matindi, signal number 2. So bumaha, hindi mo napansin, inabot yung sasakyan mo. Then yung damages po or the cost of repair will be shouldered by Manila bankers. Okay, so just to summarize, ito ang coverages ng comprehensive, no? On damage, loss, theft, carnapping, voluntary third-party property damage, and voluntary third-party bodily injury, and the auto PA. Okay. Now, anong basis for the amount? How can we say na itong kotse na to is 1 million or 1.5 or 600,000? We have a table that we follow. All insurance companies follow that table. Yun ang ginagamit natin for the evaluation. Pero hindi naman siya strict ang paglalagay ng 1 million hanggang doon lang. No? You can move it up and down a little bit. So ayan po, FMV, fair market value. Now deductible, I mentioned this already. So it's either 0.5% minimum of 2,000 or 1% minimum of 3,000. So how do we know ano ba yung premium na i-charge? Depende po sa gamit ng sasakyan, use classification. And upon renewal, we will also look at the loss experience. So kung panay ang bangga, syempre, kung ikaw ba naman ang insurer, gusto mo pa bang insure ito? Masyado siyang accident prone, no? So we will look at that. Either we increase the premium or we decline. Ayan po, this is the sample of the policy which I showed you earlier. We have the switch promo, meaning from another provider or competitor, they switch their motor car insurance to us. So they get that free auto PA for 5 seats, 50,000 per seat, or total of 250,000. Now, we also have the multi-car promo, which is the one client, okay, insures 2 or more vehicles with us. Of course, one client, same name yon at the same time. So, mag-i-increase yung kanyang auto PA from yung kanina sinabi ko, 250,000 to 500,000. Magdodoble siya. Okay, so yan yung ating multi-car promo. And then we have the family switch discount. Ito, okay ito. Kasi if you know people, aside your relatives or your friends, and sabay-sabay kayo mag-i-insure. Each of you will get 500,000 deduction. 500 pesos deduction from the total premium for each policy. So may savings ka agad ng 500 pesos. O diba? So pwedeng hindi kayo kailangang relatives, pwedeng friends lang kayo. Magkakakilala, sabay-sabay yung i-insure. And then you get a discount. Okay. Ayan. Now, some are asking, magkano po ba yung makukuha ko? So this is the compensation for motor car insurance. Ayan po. Starting at 8% and then 12.5, 16% depending on the level. And then you have the override also. Okay, so I'll give you 10 seconds more. You might want to take a screenshot of this. Okay, SSD na ba? Screenshot down. Parang sa live cell lang Okay, there. Okay, now these are the contact people at Manila Bankers Non-Life and also at IMG. So ayan po ang people to contact. You can take a screenshot. I think kanina yung binigay ko is kay Nick lang. So this is for all of those na pwede niyong kausapin. Ito po yung sa claims natin, may hotline din po tayo dyan, no? Ayan. Okay, I think we're about done. So, use your vault, be familiar with using it, be competent in using it, and use it to insure the properties of your families, friends, acquaintances, office mates, neighbors, ano pa ba? Kasama nyo sa sports, sa tennis kayo pareho, you both swim, or meron kayong hobbies, and part kayo ng isang community na pare-pareho ang hobby, you can also insure the properties of those people. So, ayan po, nasa phone lang naman yan, hindi kayo magdadala ng laptop, no? And you can do it on the weekends, hindi kailangan office hours. Kasi nga, you have almost full control of the transaction. There. So, questions na po tayo. No, I will stop the screen share and then we'll see. Okay, new messages. Pwede po bang motorcycle? Nasagot ko po ito kanina. Yes. Go through the vault and then click the can't find your car. Doon nyo po ilalagay. Or meron pong button specifically for that motorcycle insurance. Just click on that. Pag nag-transfer from competitor, may discount po ba? Yung pong kaninang mga promos na sinabi ko, yun po. Do we need to have a license? No. Pwede po ba magtayo ng office? Nasagot ko na po dito kanina. Sandali Ano pa ba? Kung if you want to raise your hand and you want to be heard, please do so. Just raise your hand po if you want to ask a question.
Tanong ko lang po, yung ano ba yung kaibahan ng CTPL at saka comprehensive po, ma'am?
Okay, sige po. CTPL at comprehensive. Ang CTPL po required by law, meaning pag i-rehistro niyo yung sasakyan niyo, hahanapan kayo ng CTPL. Hindi na marerehistro yan ng walang CTPL. Ang coverage po ng CTPL is just yung mayroong kayong yung insured vehicle, no? May nabanggang tao, okay, either naglalakad, pedestrian, or nasa ibang sasakyan. Yun po ang coverage ng CTPL, yung kanyang medical expenses, at saka kung namatay po, may ibibigay din po na amount. Ang limit po noon, 100,000 lang. Hanggang doon lang po yun. Yung comprehensive po, mas malawak ang coverage noon, no? Kasi pati yung damage sa sasakyan, kasama po yun. Yung let's say, nabangga, nabasag yung ilaw, nayupi yung hood, yung mga ganon. Paparepair po natin yon. Covered po yun sa comprehensive. Kasama din po yung mga nakasakay doon sa sasakyan mismo, kung na-disable sila, na-injure sila, or namatay. Covered din po yun. Plus, covered yung carnap. Yun po yung coverages ng comprehensive. So, your client or you should get both. No? Kailangan po, pinakamaganda, merong comprehensive din.
Okay, ganun pa. So, kaka-release lang yung ano kung alis mas maganda kasi pero
Oh,
yung
very good.
yung na-apply ko parang walang comprehensive
Wala po siyang
comprehensive ata parang si TPL lang kasi walang question doon walang ano ba yung parang pagpipilian na ano comprehensive or ano ba talagang automatic yan sa atin na meron talagang comprehensive or kailangan pa natin na ano talaga.
ano po siya, hindi po siya automatic. Pakita ko ulit yung bolt na ano, yung ating bolt na screen.
Okay
Sandali.
po.
Parang
Thank you po.
nakita niyo po, naalala niyo po ba to? Saan nga ba yun? Sandali lang. Kanina kasi, I showed you yung pagpasok niyo sa bolt. Na-try niyo na po bang buksan yung bolt natin?
Opo, ma'am.
Okay. Sige. Let me just screen share ulit tayo. Hold on. Ito, Mr. Benji, nakita niyo po yung ano, yung ito mga botones na blue, dilaw, pula.
Okay pa.
O ayan, so kung comprehensive po, ito po i-click car insurance.
Ganun ba?
O kapag CTPL ito naman,
Mm.
ganyan po siya. So we cover both po. Yung apply nyo kung wala siya, i-confirm nyo kung wala siya comprehensive kasi pinakamaganda talaga may comprehensive.
Oo nga,
Malaking bagay po.
yun ang habol ko,
Ano
ma'am. Yung ano, yung comprehensive talaga kasi yung involved talaga ng ano, nung accident is covered sa parang sa pagkakaintindi ko wala siyang ano ma'am, wala siyang limit unlike sa CTPL is 100,000 lang, di ba?
Required kasi yun eh. Hindi pwedeng walang CTPL eh.
Okay, okay.
Okay? So thank you so much and see you next time.